Hey kids, welcome to Cozytoon.
In the bustling town of Safetyville, there was a renowned teacher named Mrs. Jenkins, who was loved by all the children for her kind and caring nature. Mrs. Jenkins was not just an ordinary teacher, she was also the safety superstar of the town. She had a special mission to teach all the kids about staying safe in their daily lives. One sunny morning, Mrs. Jenkins gathered her enthusiastic students in a colorful classroom, where safety posters adorned the walls. The children knew it was going to be an exciting day of learning. With a twinkle in her eyes, Mrs. Jenkins exclaimed, "Welcome, my little safety superstars. Today, we'll learn some important safety tips that will help keep you safe and sound wherever you go." The children sat eagerly, their eyes glued to their safety superhero teacher. Mrs. Jenkins began, "First, let's talk about crossing the road. Look left, then right, and left again before crossing. Always use the zebra crossing or pedestrian lights, and never cross when the signal is red." One of the students, Tim, raised his hand and asked, "But what if there's no zebra crossing, Mrs. Jenkins?" "Excellent question, Tim," Mrs. Jenkins replied. "In that case, find the safest spot to cross, and make sure there are no cars coming from either direction. Wait for a kind adult to help you cross if you're unsure." Next, Mrs. Jenkins taught them about fire safety. If you ever see a fire, remember to stop, drop, and roll if your clothes catch fire. And never play with matches or lighters, they are tools for grown-ups only. The class listened intently, knowing how crucial these tips were for their safety. They learned about the importance of wearing helmets while cycling or riding scooters, as well as the significance of fastening seat belts in cars. Mrs. Jenkins then demonstrated how to wash hands properly, emphasizing that clean hands keep the germs away. She taught them about the buddy system to stay together and look out for each other, whether at school or outside. As the day went on, the children felt like real safety superheroes, armed with knowledge to protect themselves and others. They pledged to follow all the safety tips and promised to share them with their families and friends. From that day on, Mrs. Jenkins and her students became the safety superstars of Safetyville. They spread safety awareness far and wide, making their town a safer and happier place for everyone. And so, the little safety superstars continue to learn, grow, and teach others, knowing that with the right knowledge and care, they could conquer any safety challenge that came their way.
Enjoyed the story? Don't forget to subscribe. See you in next video.